Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Basic coding for Arduino show. So yeah, should be a fun one tonight. We'll just have to note that Jack's having camera problems and only can get a downwards camera to work at the moment. Every time he tries to go to his laptop camera, it keeps kicking him out of StreamYard. So yeah, right. Well, tonight Jack's doing a lesson. I'm going to have a night off. And then Horlixs says he's got some absolutely fantastic stuff to do. So
hopefully it'll work.
Hopefully.
I'm going to be doing a lot of copying and pasting. So, yeah, I'm going to try and make it as quick as possible, but to the point.
Okay.
Well, the lesson isn't long anyway, so.
Well, as I'm not doing the lesson, I'll do the chat. So, Dano's Universe says, hello, everyone. Hi, Dano.
Hi, Dano.
And I've got D. Harris. Evening, Mark, Alex, and Jack. Evening, D.
Hi, D.
And then we've got D. Harris saying evening at Dano's Universe. And then we've got DS Models and Vintage. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. How are you, Dave?
Hi, Dave.
And then we've got D. Harris at DS Models and Vintage. Good evening, Sir Dave. And then we've got DS Models and Vintage says hi, D. And then we've got Dave Matt Builds. Good evening, everyone. And to Horlixs at Mark's Modz and Jack. Evening, Dave Mac. And then we've got Crafty Chris that says evening all.
Okay.
Right, so if I put you on full screen, Jack,
and
you can start the lesson.
Yeah. Right. Share screen, share. Right. Right. So today's lesson is lesson 7. This is the passive buzzer. So last week we did the active buzzer. Can't remember. Scroll over to last week's. Okay, that's a little bit far.
Active buzzer, I think.
Yeah, I think it was active. Yeah, active buzzer. This week we're doing passive buzzer. So this is lesson 7. In this lesson, you'll learn how to use a passive buzzer. The purpose of the experiment is to generate 8 different sounds, each sound lasting half a second from this to this. As you can, I'm not going to read all of those out. You're going to need the Arduino board, the passive buzzer. The passive buzzer is the one with where you can see the pins underneath. It's not covered up. And then male to female wires. 2 of those, like last time, just the buzzer's changed. The passive buzzer, the working principle of the passive buzzer is using PWM, generating audio to make the air to vibrate, appropriately changed as long as the vibration frequency. That's worded incorrectly. It can generate different sounds. For example, sending a pulse of 523 hertz, it could generate alto do pulse of 587 hertz. It can generate mid-range RE pulse of 659 hertz. It can produce mid-range MI by the buzzer. You can play a song. You should be careful not to use the Uno R3 board analog write function to generate the pulse to the buzzer, because the pulse output of analog write is fixed at 500 hertz. So this is how it's going to connect to the board. One wire is going to go to pin 8, and the other one is going to go to ground. So this is the diagram for it. You can see here. Wiring the buzzer connected to the Uno R3 board, the red positive to pin 8, black wire negative to the ground. So, yeah, right, let me change this. So I'll share my screen for a second. What did I do there? Right. Why is it not putting in full screen? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, whenever I click on something, it doesn't change the layout of the screen for some reason.
Sorry, say that again, Jack.
So whenever I click on something, it doesn't change the layout of the screen, like the full screen or anything.
Oh, sorry, I can do it for you now. There we go. Solo layout.
No, right. So we have board, the 1 wire into 8, which would be the positive, which you can see marked above the thing as a plus, the wire it needs to go into. You put that in there. Then this black one goes to ground on the board, and then the remaining pin on the buzzer. Yep, that's right. That's all you need to do for today. Let me share the screen again. Screen 1. I didn't mean to do that. Into stream. I'll get the hang of this one day, honestly. Right. So this is the code part now. After wiring, please open the program code folder from lesson 7. Passive buzzer, click upload to upload the program. See lesson 2 for details about the program if there are any errors. Before you run this, make sure you've installed the pictures library, which I'll show you to do in a second, or reinstall it if necessary. Otherwise, the code won't work. For a detail, see lesson 1. That's just like an actual image of the thing. All right, so open the Arduino code. So this is the code that we get in lesson 7. That in order to do the library, we go to. Is it? I just did this. I know I just did this. So we go to Sketch, then include library, and then it won't be on one of the. You just go to Add Zip Library, and then you find where it is in your files. There we go. English. You don't have to go into libraries. It's already in lesson 7. So you go to lesson 7, and then there's the picture zip file here. You see the folder has a zip on it. Right, you click that. A library name pictures already exists. I have already done this, but it shouldn't give you that error. Then we plug in the board. Let's just stop that. Then upload. All right, done uploading. And then we should. Should get that. That's the lesson. All right. Yeah, that's lesson 7.
Wow.
Cool.
Okay, now to prove I have done mine. Here we go. But I want to mess around. Right. Let me just get the thing up. Let me share my screen. I'm gonna have a bit of a screen 2. Share. Okay, so here we have the code. In this bit here, this is telling the Arduino board what code, what pitch, should I say, to send to the speaker. So I'm going to have a bit of a play. So I'm going to go. I'm going to copy that. Oh no. You know what? It'd be quick if I write it. No. Underscore. B prime, comma.
You did dash instead of underscore.
Yeah, I know, I've just seen that. underscore. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste that. No, that makes things easier. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it go down terms. E5, comma, Control V, A5, comma, 5G5, comma, V, F5, comma,
Right.
Control V, C5, 5, comma, no, that wasn't me.
Mods, please.
What? E5?
Not my mods, but someone else's mods.
Oh, gosh. E5, and then we've got D5, D5, comma, and then we've got the C5, comma, I think that's right. We'll soon find out. Plug-in board. Right. Right, no, what have I done there? Let me work it out. Don't need a comma.
Thanks, D.
That. Yeah, I think I've got it right. Okay, let's see. No. I know what it is. T5. Nope.
It's the bracket. It doesn't like the bracket.
No.
You want...
It expects something before the bracket. What was it like before? The same.
I think the bracket might need to go after the semicolon.
No, it's before the semicolon in the thing.
You haven't got a comma on note C6.
Where's that?
The middle, where you cursor. Well, go left twice.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
But that isn't the error it's talking about. But that is another.
It might just. You've also got an extra comma after C5 as well.
Oh, there you go.
Right, now try it.
Nope.
Problem
Loading
upload board.
The Arduino.
Oh, hang on. I need to plug it in. That's why.
Oh, that would help. That would help.
Right, see if this works. Maybe
No.
not. Should be going down in pitch.
Yeah.
How many notes are there? Wait, how many notes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You see underneath what where it says void loop?
Yeah.
Go down 3 lines. Sorry, it says turn.
Yeah.
Then change that 8 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Change that 8 to 15.
Yeah, I think I know that. Right.
Now try it.
Right. No, it's not hard. Plug it back in. Right, let's try again. Come on.
Says it's done. What about changing the other 8 in the for loop to 15 as well?
Where?
In the for loop, where it says for int, underneath void loop.
4 inch, yeah.
And then there's an 8. Change that to 15 as well. Right, that's right.
I think that tone, 15, I think that's referring to what pin on the Arduino. So
Oh yeah.
I reckon if you change your wire to pin 15, have you even got a pin 15? No, I don't know.
Change that 15, the first 15 back to 8 then.
Right, so
That one, yeah. Change that back to 8. That's the pin of the Arduino.
Right, now try it.
yay!
$15, yeah.
Right, that works. Let's speed it up.
So change the delay. You can keep the Arduino plugged in while you change the code, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but it's annoying.
Right, so you want to change delay there, that one, yeah. So I don't know. Try it 100. Or try, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 100 milli. You don't need to change that one. That's the delay. That's after it's looped once.
Okay.
You don't need to change that one.
Put the board in, Mark.
It sounds like cat. Is it catchphrase?
That is pretty awesome, I've got to admit. Okay. That's me playing around with. So, there we go. Right, okay. I'll catch up on the... Oh, my word. How much is coming in of that?
It's fine. It's got me.
Yeah. So, Crafty Chris says, evening all. Evening, Christine. Dean Harris says, evening at Dave Mack and at Crafty Chris. Dave Mack says, evening at D Harris, at Daniel's Universe, at DS Models and Vintage, and at Crafty Chris. Crafty Chris says, hi at D Harris and at Dave Mack. And then over on Twitch, Tech Life More, I've got that Elegoo kit as well as a sensors kit. It's a great comprehensive kit. Yeah, I'd agree with that. You've got more of the sensors, haven't you, Alex?
Yeah, I've got the most complete starter set.
Yeah.
It's got all sorts in there.
Daniel Universe says, hello everyone in chat. D Harris says, speed it up all. I'm trying to work through. D Harris says, got it. Ian Campbell says, hi all. Hi Ian.
Hi Ian.
D Harris said, all I heard was do, re, mi, so, whatever the music scale is.
Yeah.
D Harris says, evening at Ian Campbell. Yorkshire Crafter says, hi all, sorry I'm late. Ian Campbell says, hey at D Harris. RMS says, notice me daddy. RMS.
It's got bang, bang. Just skip past it.
Oh.
And bang.
Crafty Chris says, hi at Dano's Universe and at Ian Campbell. Ian Campbell says, hi Chris. D Harris says, cheers York Crafter, I was dealing with another pillock. Dave McBill says, evening at Ian Campbell. Ian Campbell says, hi Dave. And Yorkshire Crafter, they're out in force tonight. Yeah, they certainly are.
You know, you can put your chat in subscriber only mode, so people who are subscribed can only chat, so you can lose the risk of spammers like that. That's why I don't get any, because mine's on follower only.
Yeah, it's a
So
good
then
idea, but I suppose it's a shame to get rid of people that might be new.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That
makes sense.
are genuine.
You get them all the time on Twitch, and it's just like it's worth not having your chat room with spammers spanners and spammers, and people who actually want to talk and listen and whatever.
Yeah.
More genuine people that way.
Right, Alex, your turn.
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna try and do something that's gonna incorporate this week, last week, and the week before all in one. So I'm going to share my screen, not invite. So this is a new sketch. Now I'm going to be doing a lot of copying and pasting. So the first thing I want to show you, which is pretty basic, is this. Now as I said before, you can copy. There's plenty of code on the internet. So if you want to do something roughly and then edit it, you can get code off sources off the internet. So this is going to be paste a bit of code that I've got. You can see it's got all the notes there, basically what we've done tonight. And these are defining the notes to play. So the difference here is they included the library, which is the pitches library, which I think basically incorporates what you're seeing here. Here we're doing this manually. I mean, I haven't because it'll take me forever to write all this, but this is all the notes and then the different frequencies or whatever. These numbers. I think these numbers represent the frequencies. So this is instead of using the library. So what I've done is just copied this over, and the buzzer is connected to pin 11. Obviously, we can change that. You've got tempo settings, and then this is the notes, and basically, this is what you saw earlier. Maybe a little bit more complicated. But you've got your note duration, your melodies. Now with this, the note, instead of delaying every single note on the basic level that Mark just showed, the delay is by the note duration, and the note duration is the extra numbers on the notes themselves. So that is how that works. So here we go. 4 means it's a quarter of a note. 8 means it's the 18th of a note. 16, 16th, so on. And then -4 means dotted quarter note. That is a quarter plus an 18th. So this is people that know their music and can read music. You'll be laughing. To me, that doesn't really make any sense. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to upload this to Arduino, and this is going to be for Mark, really, because he's a bit of a fan. So I'm going to hit upload. And he wants me to save this, so hang on 1 minute. Save.
Cool.
There you go. So that played Star Wars for us.
Yeah.
So
I need to write down all them notes, sir.
yeah, it would take a lot of doing. You'd probably have to do it note by note, and yeah. But what I've noticed is that these notes are standard for most tunes you can find. So this will need to be, you don't have to change this because they're the notes and this is referring to what note it is. So yeah, that was Star Wars. So I wanted to have a little play, as you do. So what I'm going to do now, that shows you what the buzzer can do. So, you know, as a speaker side. So go back to here. You'll notice that I've already built this. We've got my speaker in the middle. I've got 2 buttons. I want button 1 to play a song. I want button 2 to play a different song. So we're going to be using the buttons, coding them in, and then we're going to do the if-else statement so the Arduino knows what to do when what buttons press. So this is, you know, based on this week with the speaker, the buttons, and the if-else statements that we did previously as well. So let's have a bit of fun. So what I'm going to do is actually delete this code and we'll start again. So what I'm going to do is I've got a source open on the internet because obviously we'll be here forever if I'm trying to make a song. So let's do this one. So what I'm going to do first is add in I'm just copying some of this code, not all of it. Paste. So this is going to play. These are our notes. These are going to be the same as what we had on the Star Wars. Tempo is 140. Buzzer is still 11. So if we play this, hang on. Let me just do something else here. I'm going to copy the whole code so we can show that it works. So this is should play Aha, Take On Me. There you go. That's a bit of fun. We need the golden tones of Dave to do a bit of karaoke for us. So, right, that is working. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, sorry, wrong screen. That was a hard take on me. So we need to edit this code a bit. So there are notes. We don't want to change that. We don't want to change that. Don't want to change that. So what I want to do is change this because I want button 1 to play this melody. So this is actually called a melody and it's named here when it says in. So I need to change that to melody 1. So because we want to add another melody as well. So we need to define what melody, what button's going to push. So I'll change that to 1. So melody 1 is Take On Me by Aha. Okay. If we go down, this is just the information for that. We don't need to change that. I need to cut this out of the setup for X, and I want that under the loop. because for some reason I played earlier and it doesn't work on the setup, so it needs to be looped. But this is probably going way over everyone's head, but let me leave some spaces here so we can see what we're working with. So our setup would normally be in there. So void loop, and this is the song. Oh no, okay, sorry. Let me see. In note size of melody 1, melody 1. Oh god, it's not working already. Hang on. Right, edit undo. Let me just, I'll play with that afterwards. So we've got our, it's not working at the moment, so ignore that. We'll fix it in a minute. So we've got Take On Me by Aha, melody 1. Now I want to do, what I want to do now is get another song because we want button 2 to do something different. So let's do, right, everyone who was in the 90s, remembers the 90s will know this one. Which is Green Hill.
Okay.
From Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mm.
Right, melody 1. So I'm going to go under this one. We've got melody 1. And then we want to keep all that code together. And then we're going to do, paste that there. Green Hill Zone, Sonic the Hedgehog. Right, and then we're going to name this melody 2.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Right, let me sort this out. So now we want to set up. God, this is a bit more complicated than it was earlier. It's because of the pressure of being live.
Mm.
Right, so what I'm going to do now is sorry, just copying some. Oh, where's the mouse gone? Let's delete some of this. Right, let me delete the setup. Wow. Melody 1. And well, this needs to go. Melody 2. Right, so we've got melody 1, which is Take On Me by Aha. We've got melody 2, which is Green Hill Zone, Sonic the Hedgehog. So all I've put in here is the actual notes themselves, so that the code knows what it's referring to when it plays. then the rest of the code. Okay, that's it, done. So now we want the void setup. And what I want to do in the setup is add the buttons in. So we're going to do pin mode. Button 1. And that's going to be an input. Underscore. Block. Close bracket. And then one of those dudes. And then we're going to do button 2 because we've got 2 buttons. And then what I forgot to do as well. So we've got our pin modes there, but we need to tell it what we're doing up here. So I'm going to add int, and then we need to tell it the button 1 is on pin 2. Copy, paste, and then button 2 is going to be pin 3.
Nice. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
So now we want to do our setup. We've got our 2 melodies stored in here. So for the setup, we are going to do
You're ready then? You got 2 setups.
Yeah, that can go. Got setup, which is our buttons, and then we want to do our loops. So let me delete that. So this is what I'm going to copy from last week's code. So if digital read button 1 is low and digital read button 2 is high. So if button 1 is pushed, we are going to do, now I'm going to do some more copying. We're going to do Take On Me by Aha. So, I'm going to copy that and paste that part of the code in there. So if digital button 1 is low, we're going to play melody 1. And let's see if this might need to do some adjustments here. Yeah, melody 1. So I'm looking for the errors because obviously we've changed the name from melody to melody 1, so we want this to play Aha. Melody 1. Melody 1. Oh, I didn't put input, so I put in outs. Input pull up. Right, what other errors have we got? Oh, do I need another one of them? Oh God, what's going on here? So I'll have a backup if this doesn't work as straight from the thing. Melody 1. Oh. Oh, that seems to work. So we've told this that if button 1 is pushed, it should play Aha Take on Me. So let's have a look. I've lost the screen. Here we go. So that's uploaded. Push button 1. That's that. That's worked. Okay. Obviously, if we push button 2, nothing's going to happen because we've not done that yet. But 1 plays that song. Now we need to go back and add another song. So for that, we are going to do copy. We're going to do if button 1 is low, blah, blah. We're going to then do else if digital read button 2 is low and digital read button 1 is high. This is where we then want it to play Green Hill. I'll copy the code. Copy. Paste. And then this one is going to be melody 2. Melody 2. Okay, so that wants a bracket in there. And then, does it want another one at the end? Unqualified ID before else.
And when you're having else, if you have to have an else as well. And we had if else last time. With that, you have to have an else instead of with an else if. So like after it.
Yeah, the thing is, the code does work. I'm actually cross-referencing it with what I did before the show, and it worked.
Mm.
Get rid of that. Want a bracket? It definitely needs a bracket there. Right, if digital button is high, yeah, we want it to play melody 1. which it works. This bit works. We know that because we tested it. No tone buzzer, and then else if digital read button 2 is low, digital read is high, button 1 is high. This is correct.
Then you need another bracket at the bottom for the loop. Because when you click on the loop, it'll tell you what. When you click on the bracket, it'll tell you which one it's connected to. You need to match up the brackets.
Do apologise that noise in the background. It's our noisy neighbours' dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well,
take the bracket out before the else if. That one, yeah. Right, now press now go scroll up to the top where it says void loop.
Mm-hmm.
Click the bracket there, and then scroll down to where the bracket is, to where it's highlighted the bracket.
Put another one there.
No. Scroll down. So you
Yeah.
click next to that. Scroll down to see where the highlighted bracket is. Right.
Yeah.
So right, it might work now. It might work now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the loop was ending before the else if statement. I noticed that before.
Right.
When you clicked on it.
So, okay, let's try this then. Yeah, see that on my if I've moved my other screen over, this is the one that works.
Yeah.
Working, and unlike this one, you can see I've still got 2 there, and it worked.
I don't know.
So that's why I was confused by taking that back out. There, it works because this one worked. But anyway, let's try that then. So I know that's gone way over everyone's head, but it's just to show that you can, get these bits off the internet and combine it all together. So now, hopefully, if we push button 1, we'll have that aha song, which we do. When it finishes having a little sing song. And then if we push button 2, this should be Sonic the Hedgehog. There we go.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, Sonic on DS.
Greatest game of the 90s, this was. There we go.
Awesome.
So that is sort of how we, so we do it. So just to summarize, all the notes are at the top. That's never going to change. We've told it what buttons are connected, the tempo of the songs, what pin the buzzer's connected to. Then we've got in our inner loops, basically. So we're telling this that this is melody 1, which is A Hard Take on Me. We've got melody 2, which is Sonic the Hedgehog. This is the rest of the info to do with the playing of them in the first place. And then the loop is just telling it what to play. So we want it to play melody 1. The easiest way to explain this is it's going to play, if we push button 1, it's going to play melody 1, which is what we've done up here, melody 1. And then when we push if we push button 2, it's going to play melody 2. And that is basically how that bit of code works in its simplest form. So yeah, there we go.
Brilliant.
So, and you don't have to stop there. You can add more, you could do else or else if, and then have, if you've got, I don't know what you'd use it for, a diorama or something, or
it's a soundboard.
Yeah, basically like a basic soundboard. Obviously at some point we'll go over like MP3s and playing MP3 files and things. But at a basic level, just like a little piezo speaker, we can get them sort of results. So that's sort of what I was going to show you tonight, and I'm glad it worked. So I'm going to rename this file save as. We want to call this one. And Sonic. Obviously, you can use different tunes. But yeah, there we go.
Okay, right. I'll do the chat. We've got a lot of chat. So Dano's Universe says, so where could you use that sound for, and can you change the sound on it?
You said the diorama, and yes.
I think, is that back? I think that was...
When I finished, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, you can change the sound, as I've just sort of demonstrated.
Yeah. And then DS Models and Vintage, can you get that to tune a guitar?
Probably.
Yeah.
D. Harris says spammers are spanners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DS Models and Vintage says hi at Dave Matt Builds. David Bassett says good evening, Horlixs, Modz and Jacklttv. Evening, David.
Yeah.
And then Dave Matt Bill says evening at David Bassett. And then Geordie Dave says evening all. Evening, Geordie Dave.
Hi, Geordie. And
then Dave Matt Bill says evening, Geordie Dave. Ian Campbell says hi, Dave. David Bassett said, and a soggy good evening at Dave Matt Builds, at Crafty Chris, at DS Models of Vintage.
Hi, David.
And Geordie Dave says evening, Dave Mack. Ian Campbell says, I thought it was going to be Bohemian Rhapsody. I think that's with the Star Wars tune. David Bassett says, good evening to you at Ian Campbell and Geordie Dave. And then Geordie Dave says, hi at Ian Campbell. Ian Campbell says, hi, David. Dano's Universe says, Star Wars, cool. Geordie Dave says, hi, David Bassett. David Bassett says, evening to D. Harris and Dano's Universe. David Bassett says, at Horlixs, can you get it to play on the Buses theme tune?
Yeah, you can get it to play anything. Obviously, I'm not sure if someone's written the code, but it might be a case of working out the notes, and then, or looking up some music. If you can read music, and then try and write the code yourself for the notes.
Yeah. Okay, David Bassett says, aha, very good. And then Dean Harris says, at David Bassett, a good evening. DS Models Vinci says, hi, David Bassett. David Bassett says, evening, Julie, at Yorkshire Crafter. Crafter Chris says, hi, at David Bassett, hope you're well. Yorkshire Chris says, evening at David Bassett. And then D. Harris says, keep the noise down in the background, please. LOL.
Yeah.
And then Dano's Universe says, could you use it as a doorbell? And every time somebody hits the bell, it changes the song. Yeah, you could do.
Yeah, you can, yeah. I'm not sure. That's something I'm going to have to learn. I don't know how to randomize things yet. But you would basically do very similar to what I've done. You would put all of the melodies in that you want from melody. You know, you could have up to 5. Well, you could have however you want. But say, for example, you have 4 melodies in there. You would do that the same. But then you would tell the Arduino to randomize it. So it'll play a different one every time or whatever. But I'm not sure how to write that bit of code yet. But a bit of Googling.
You've got to think about it. It's similar to the musical doorbells we had in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we had national anthems.
Yeah, we had one of them. There's loads to choose from.
Okay, right. Well, we're caught up on chat. I think we've just done just nearly an hour. So our schedule for next week is tomorrow at 7 p.m. with Crafty Chris, Yorkshire Crafter, and Horlixs. We have the Craft and Quiz Hour, and that's at 7 p.m.
I thought you were going to say the Craft and Quack.
I was going to say Craft and Chat, but it's changed to Craft and Quiz.
Yeah.
So that's at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Friday, Horlixs.
Yeah, not sure yet. Yeah, it might be me. It might not be. I'm still thinking.
Okay, so it could be your wild DS models and vintage.
Could be, yeah, if he wants it. Obviously I was still waiting for the Spitfire. So I've been toying with the idea of carrying on with the Spitfire because we can miss a couple of issues and then pick up, but I don't really want to go out of sequence.
No, I'm the same. I waited how long just to get that replacement door for the Ecto 1 so I can carry on. So Saturday is normally DS model and vintage at 8 p.m. And then Sunday, we've got me at 6 o'clock doing my weekly rants or vlog. And then at 8 p.m. Dano's Universe, he's doing his Enterprise build. And then Monday is the Disney Dollhouse. That's at 7 p.m. with Yorkshire Crafter and Crafty Chris. And then Tuesday is Christine doing her Eddie Stobart, and that's at 8 p.m. on Crafty Chris's channel. Oh, right, I'll just catch up with this chat. So D. Harris said, enjoyed that stream tonight, Jen. Thank you, D. Dave Mac Bill says, been a great show tonight, guys. Love the tunes. Thank you, Dave Mac.
Thank you.
And Dano's Universe says, good show, well done.
Thank you.
Right, Jad, do you want to do your goodbyes first?
Yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoy it, please make sure you give a big thumbs up. If you're not already, please make sure you are following. If you don't want to miss future streams and whatever everybody else does, obviously subscribe on YouTube as well. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next show next week on Wednesday.
Okay, Horlixs.
Yeah, thank you for watching. It's been good fun. I'm not expecting anyone to understand what I was on about, but it sort of demonstrates what you can do at the least. Just a quick one before we go. Earlier, when it wasn't working, I had these two brackets here, and then we removed this one, didn't we? That Jack said, and it started working. It's because it doesn't really make any difference, I don't think. But the problem with it was, after I told it to do this button press, I didn't put a bracket there because I'm telling it to do what's enclosed in the 2 brackets, and it was missing this first one. So now I've put that top one in as well. It is working, and I'm getting exactly the same results. So yeah, some of the code's a bit pointless, but anyway. Thank you for watching. It's been a great show, and I'll see you on the next one. Need to think about what to do next week.
Okay. Right, so I'll just do these last few bits of chat. So D says, a good night all in chat. Dave Max says, night D. DS Model Vintage says, great stream, guys, thumbs up. And then D Harris says, at Dave Mac, good night, see you this time tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So it just goes for me to say thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for everybody who's been chatting tonight. Lots and lots of chat as normal. And yeah, it's getting there. I'm learning every day. So that's all I can say. So yeah, good night from me, and we'll all catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.